Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 16, down and up with half notes. So remember, this is what we call a half note. A half note has a stem. We call this a stem, and that's a note head. So this is the note head, and this is a stem. That's a difference from the whole notes that we've learned from the beginning lessons. The whole note does not have a stem. So this is a half note, and remember, each half note gets 2 counts. So this half note gets 1, 2, and this half note gets 3, 4. Okay, 2 counts here for this half note, 2 counts here for this half note. So that makes up a total of 4 counts. And this is our time signature. This fraction here, the time signature is the fraction. The top number tells us how many counts or how many beats or how many foot taps. All the same thing, how many we have per measure. Okay, and here's our bar line. Remember, we talked about measures. So here is our measure right here. So we have 2 half notes in this measure. All right, and they are counted and clapped like this. We would go for the first one, 1, 2, and then for the second half note, we would go 3, 4. Okay, and then the next measure, we have a half note again, which gets 2 counts, 1, 2. And remember, we learned in the last lesson, this is a half rest. An easy way to remember a half rest is that it is coming up off the line. Kind of like you see this line here, it's kind of like a hat up that's going up off the line. So a hat looks kind of like a hat for a half rest. And so this half rest gets 2 counts just like a half note gets 2 counts. But we put the counts for the half rest in parentheses, just like we did in previous lessons for whole rests. So this gets 2 counts of silence. This gets 2 counts of sound. Okay, and this half note, of course, gets 2 counts. 1, 2, and this half note gets 2 counts. 3, 4. Okay, so this half note gets 2 counts. 1, 2. This half rest gets 2 counts of silence in parentheses. The counts are in parentheses because this is silence and this is sound. And then this half note gets 2. This half note gets 2. And then finally, we go back to our old friend, the whole note. And the whole note gets 4 counts. Okay, so 4 counts in this whole note there. All right, so in this measure here, we have 2 half notes. Remember, we said a measure is in between 2 bar lines. This is a bar line, and this is a bar line here. So here's your measure, and then here's a bar line, and here's a bar line. So this is a measure, and here is a bar line, and here is a bar line. So this is a measure, and here is a bar line, and here is a bar line. So here's your measure right here. So we have 1 measure here, and this is the second measure, 3rd measure, 4th measure, 5th measure, and the 6th measure. And remember, each one of these measures gets 4 counts or 4 beats. So I'm going to clap and count this line number 1. Okay, here we go. And you may want to watch the first time I clap and count and tap my foot on the first line and then pause the video and you try it yourself. Okay, 1, 2, ready, clap, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. Okay, and also remember step 2. Okay, that was step 1, which is, of course, clap, say the number, and tap. These are the 4 steps that we use for learning how to read music. Remember these. These are really important, especially for beginners. So now we're going to step 2, which is we're going to point at the note, and we're going to say the note name, and we're going to tap our foot on the beat. Okay, so now we're doing step 2 here on the first line. Okay, so here we go, pointing at the notes. Again, if you want to watch me do this and then pause the video and then you do it, that is perfectly fine. So here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. C, A, C, half rest. C, A, C, half rest. C, A, C. 2, 3, 4, and off. So now we're going to finger and name this line. Of course, remember step 3, another very important step. Step 3, finger the note on the saxophone, say the note name out loud, and then tap your foot on the beat. Okay, so here we go. That first line, the first note is C, okay? And then the second note is A. Okay, you should remember those two. So the first note is C, the second note is A. So in the first measure, you have C here with the second finger, and then the second note of the first measure is A here. So notice going from C to A, I have my C finger down, which is my second finger. And then to get to A, I simply put down my first finger along with my second finger. So C, A, C, A. I'm only moving my first finger. My second finger is staying down the entire time. C, A, C, A. And in the next measure, I have another C. And then a half rest. So I have the first 3 notes on the first line. C, A, C, and then rest, rest. Okay? So we're going to finger and name this. If you want to finger and name it with me, go ahead and do that, or you could watch me and then pause your video and do it yourself. All right, here we go. Finger and name on the first line, starting with C. And 1, 2, ready and go. C, A, C, rest, rest. C, A, C, rest, rest. C, A, C. 2, 3, 4, and off. And notice how on your worksheet here, your music, I've written another tip under the important part right here. So I said, number 1, keep all of your fingers close to the pearls at all times. Okay, so what does that mean? That means when you're playing this first line or anything on the saxophone, your fingers should not fly away from the keys or the pearls, okay? Your fingers should stay close. So remember in the earlier lesson where I held a tennis ball and I talked about that's the shape that you want your hand to be in? You want all of these knuckles to be bent, all right? You don't want any of these to straighten out. Okay, you want all of the knuckles to be bent and curled like this. And so I'm going to apply that here, and I'm going to press down my C, and then I'm going to A next. This finger is ready for A. Okay, so I've got C, and then going to A, and then C. Notice how close this finger is. In fact, it's resting on the pearl. on this pearl right here. So C, A, C, A. Now we're going to do step 4. Step 4 is we're going to play this line now, and we are going to count in our head. Imagine the counts as they go by. Okay, so as you're playing in your head, I want you to think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you're playing, you should imagine those counts in your head. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do step 4, and I will play it first, and then you play it. Okay, so here we go. And got my C finger down. 1, 2, 3. So either rewind it back and play along with me, or just pause the video and play it yourself, depending on how confident you feel. Remember, this half note gets these 2 counts. This half note gets these 2 counts. And here's our measure. Here's our bar line, and our measure is here. Okay, so we have 4 counts in this measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in this measure, this half note gets 2 counts, 1, 2, and this half rest gets 2 counts also, but they're silent counts. So it's 3, 4, for a total of 4 in this measure. And this half note gets 1, 2, this half note gets 3, 4, for a total of 4 counts in this measure. This half note gets 1, 2. This half rest gets 3, 4. In parentheses, why? Because it's a half rest. Remember, the half rest is up off the line. It looks like a hat. And then this measure, this half note gets 2 counts. This half note gets the other 2 counts. So we have 4 counts in this measure. And then this whole note gets all 4 counts by itself. So we have 4 counts in this measure, 4 counts in this one, 4 counts in this measure, 4 counts in this measure, 4 counts in this measure, 4 counts in this measure. How do we know that we are supposed to have 4 counts in a measure? Well, at the beginning of the music, it tells us 4 over 4, and that top number is the number that tells you how many counts that you have per each measure. Okay, so we're going to clap and count this line, the second line starting at measure 7. Okay, here we go, clapping and counting and tapping your toe on the beat. And 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Now we're going to do step 2. Remember, step 2 is we're going to point to the note and we're going to say the note name, which is really important so you can remember these note names. We're going to tap our foot on the beat. Here we are, measure 7. Point at the note, ready, and say the note name. Tap your toe on the beat and go. A, C, A, rest, rest. A, C, A, rest, rest. A, C, A, and off. So now our first note is A, and our second note is C. So we would finger them, of course, like this. The first note is A with both fingers down. 1, 2. And remember, nothing should push down this small pearl key in the middle. That one should be left open. Okay? So we have A here. And then our second note on this line is C. So we start on A. And then to get to C, we just simply lift up our first finger. Now we go back to A, put down our first finger. Back to C, lift up our first finger. Notice how our second finger right here stays down the whole time. It does not move. So A, C, okay? So we're going to finger and name this line, okay? So we're going to do step 3. We're going to finger the note on the saxophone. We're going to say the note name out loud. And we're going to tap our toe on the beat. Okay, here's measure 7. Ready? Second line, starting on A. And 1, 2, ready, go. A, C, A, rest, rest. A, C, A, rest, rest. A, C. Here's a whole note. A, 2, 3, 4, off. Now we're going to play that. Okay, we're going to do step 4. Step 4, right here. Play while counting in our head, okay, and imagining the counts. So we're going to play this line, and as we play the line, we're going to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in our head as we're playing, okay? So again, you can play along with me here, or you can watch me and then pause the video and then play it yourself. All right, here we go. Second line starting in measure 7. 1, 2, ready. Now, for you tenor saxophone players, I'm going to play this line, the second line at measure 7 on tenor saxophone. So you can feel free to play along with me or listen to me play it first and then pause your video and then you attempt it. Okay, so here is line 2 on tenor saxophone. See how I have my A fingers down? Here we go. Playing it. 1, 2, 30. Okay, here we are on the third line now. It's measure 13. And we have one measure. We have the second measure here, the third measure here, the fourth measure here, the fifth measure here, and the sixth measure here. So we have 6 measures on this line. Okay, and this half note gets 2 counts, and this one gets 2 counts, and this one gets 2 counts, and this half rest gets 2 counts of silence, so it's in parentheses. Okay, so count and clap. We're going to do step 1. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. Now we're going to do step 2, which is here. Okay, we're going to, remember the important step. You know, these are all important, but step 2, if you want to learn how to read music, you really need to do step 2 and step 3. Okay, so step 2, we're going to point to the note and we're going to name the note out loud. And it's really important that you name it out loud. And even if you're kind of shy about saying the note name out loud, it's important for you to say it so that you can hear it. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. C, G, C, rest, rest. C, G, C, rest, rest. C, G, C, 2, 3, 4, and off. Okay, so we know C, and now G is reintroduced, right? You know G from the previous lessons, but just remember G is on the second line. This is the first line. This is the second line. Okay, first line, second line. So G is on the second line, and then C is on the third space. 1, 2, 3, the third space. Okay, so remember we talked about this earlier. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay, so 4 spaces and 5 lines. And that is called the staff. Okay, and the musical notes are written on the staff, on these lines and spaces, and they are contained within these measures. Okay, so the musical notes, like these 2 half notes, are written on the staff, which is the 5 lines and 4 spaces, and they're contained, the musical notes are contained inside the measure. All right, so here we go. We're going to, next step is going to be finger and name it on our saxophone. Step 3, we're going to finger and say the note name, and we're going to tap our foot on the beat. So this is a really important step. We're going to finger the note. Okay, so we're on measure 13, line 3. Okay, measure 13, right here, line 3. And so the first note is C that we just talked about, and the next note is G. So on our saxophone, it would look like this. We would put down our second finger for C, and then we're going to put down our first finger and our third finger for G. Okay, so our first finger and our third finger move at the same time. Notice how I didn't do this. Okay, so the second finger is down on the C, because that's the first note in measure 13, and then the second note in 13 is G. So it goes C, G, C, G, C, G. Do this with me. We're going to finger C and G, okay? Get your C finger down. Now I want you to put down G fingers. Okay, C fingers down. Now I want you to put down G fingers at the same time. Okay, back up, back down. C, G, C, G, C, G. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do step 3, measure 13 with me. 1, 2, get your C finger down, ready, go. C, G, C, rest, rest. C, G, C, rest, rest. C, G, C, 2, 3, 4, and off. Okay, now I'm going to play it, and then you can either play along or listen, and then pause your video and then you try it. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to play the third line, measure 13. And 1, 2, ready? Now it's your turn to play here at measure 13 on the third line. I'm going to play along with you. And ready? Here we go. 1, tap your foot and go. Okay, for you tenor saxophone players, I'm going to play the third line here, starting at measure 13. Okay, so you can listen to me, or you can play along with me, or you can listen to me and then pause your video and then play it. Okay, so I have my C finger down here at measure 13. Here I go, playing it on tenor saxophone. 1, 2, ready? Okay, here we are on the fourth line, measure 19. We're going to do our step 1 and clap the notes or the rhythms, and then we're going to say the numbers up underneath, and we're going to tap our foot on the beat. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and say the counts out loud. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. Now we're going to do step 2. We're going to point at the note, and we're going to say the note name, and we're going to tap our foot on the beat. Ready? Point at the note. And remember, it's very important that you say the note name out loud with me. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and go. G, C, G, rest, rest. G, C, G, rest, rest. G, C, G, 2, 3, 4, and off. Now, here we are on step 3. We're going to finger the note on our saxophone, and we are going to say the note name. Remember, it's very important to say the note name out loud and then tap our foot on the beat. So we're starting here, last line, measure 19. We're going to finger and name the note. Ready? Our first note is a G. Remember the G? 1, 2, 3. Leaving this key open with no fingers on this smaller key. Okay, and then our next note will be C. So here we go. 1. Tap your foot on the beat. Go. G, C, G, rest, rest. G, C, G, rest, rest. G, C, G, and off. Now I'm going to play it, and I want you to follow along, listen to me, or you can play along with me, either one. Here we go. I'm playing it, and 1, 2, ready? Okay, now it's your turn to play it. So here we are, 4th line, starting on your G. Get your G fingers down, sitting up nice and tall, and feet flat on the floor. Knees, remember, should be at about a 90-degree right angle. Here we go. And tap your foot on the beat and play. Okay, for you tenor saxophone players, I'm going to play the 4th line right here, line with the measure 19. I'm going to play this 4th line for you on tenor saxophone. So again, feel free to play along with me, or you can listen to me first and then pause the video, and then you can try it. So here we go. 4th line, and then we start on a G. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, ready?